The Borgias, a name etched into the annals of history, synonymous with intrigue, ruthlessness, and power plays that would make even the most hardened modern executives shudder. But beneath the layers of scandal, poison, and political assassination, there lies a philosophy, a brutal, pragmatic blueprint for dominance that transcends centuries and finds its echo in today's boardrooms and business battles. This is the Renaissance murder philosophy of the Borgia family, reimagined for the cutthroat world of modern business. To understand their secrets, you must first understand the world the Borgias inhabited. A world where power was a currency bought with blood, alliances were fragile, and survival depended on outthinking, outmaneuvering, and outlasting every rival. The Borgia family didn't just survive, they thrived by mastering the dark arts of control, deception, and strategic cruelty. Their philosophy wasn't just about killing enemies physically. It was about eliminating threats psychologically and systematically, ensuring dominance in a way that felt almost effortless, because it was planned, executed, and concealed with ruthless precision. In business, the lessons are the same. Victory isn't just about talent or resources. It's about mindset, strategy, and sometimes a willingness to play the game others refuse to acknowledge. So what can we learn from the Borgias? How did they wield their dark wisdom? And how can you apply these deadly lessons to dominate your business landscape? First, embrace the art of strategic patience. The Borgias knew that the most powerful move was often the one that waited. They never rushed into battle without calculating every possible outcome. They cultivated patience like a weapon, knowing when to strike, when to retreat, and when to let rivals destroy themselves with their own arrogance. In business, patience means waiting for the perfect moment to negotiate, launch a product, or take over a competitor's weakness. It means playing the long game, not the short sprint. Next, master the art of appearances. The Borgias were experts at manipulating perception. They understood that power is as much about how others see you as what you actually do. They presented themselves as patrons of the arts, devout Catholics, and refined nobles, even as they plotted assassinations behind velvet curtains. In business, your brand, your image, your narrative can be your greatest weapon or your downfall. Control the story before someone else controls it for you. Another crucial lesson is the calculated use of fear. The Borgias inspired fear not just through violence but through reputation and myth. Their enemies didn't always know when or how they would be struck, but the fear of that unknown kept them off balance. In the modern world, fear can be wielded with subtlety, through competitive positioning, intellectual property dominance, or simply by creating an aura of unpredictability that keeps competitors guessing. Remember, fear is a tool to destabilize, to disarm. Then there is the infamous art of betrayal and alliance. The Borgias forged alliances with enemies only to betray them when it suited their goals. This wasn't treachery for its own sake, but a ruthless application of situational ethics. Business deals, partnerships, and negotiations can all be arenas for such strategies, where loyalty is conditional and outcomes are king. But beware, in the age of information, betrayal carries risks too. It must be executed with discretion and precision. The Borgias also mastered the manipulation of information. They controlled the flow of knowledge, rumors, and secrets to their advantage. Controlling information meant controlling power. In today's business world, this translates into data control, narrative shaping, and strategic leaks. What you reveal, what you hide, and when you share can make or break your position. Another key principle was total psychological dominance. The Borgias didn't just want to defeat enemies, they wanted to break their spirits, their will to resist. They understood the power of intimidation, psychological warfare, and symbolic displays of power. The modern equivalent is in negotiation tactics, leadership presence, and corporate culture. Commanding respect isn't just about authority. It's about creating an environment where your vision is unquestioned. The Borgia family's approach also involved embracing ruthlessness without hesitation. They were willing to do what others feared, crossing moral lines without remorse because they saw power as the ultimate game. For today's business leaders, this doesn't mean unethical behavior, but a mindset that refuses to be paralyzed by fear, hesitation, or social pressure. It means making the hard decisions that others avoid. And finally, the Borgias understood the value of legacy. Every action was measured against how it would echo in the future. Their names weren't just about their immediate conquests, but about establishing a dynasty of power and influence. In business, legacy means building brands, institutions, and influence that outlasts you. It means playing a game far beyond quarterly earnings, thinking in decades and centuries. But how do you start integrating these lessons into your own life and business? Begin by asking yourself, are you patient enough to wait for the right moment? Do you control the narrative of your brand and reputation? Are you comfortable wielding fear and uncertainty strategically? Can you form alliances without losing your strategic edge? Do you master your information flow? Are you psychologically dominant in your interactions? Are you ruthless when necessary? And finally, what legacy are you building? This is the brutal philosophy of the Borgias, a Renaissance murder manual disguised as power strategy. It's uncomfortable, unapologetic, and utterly effective. If you want to survive and thrive in a world that rewards the bold and punishes the weak, you need to step into this shadow. Now, if this revelation unsettles you, that's a good sign. It means you're confronting truths most avoid. If it ignites your curiosity, even better. Because understanding darkness is the first step to mastering it. As always, if you found this valuable, hit like to let me know. Subscribe for more deep dives into dark philosophy and power strategy. Share with someone who needs to learn how to wield power like the Borgias. And comment below. What's your biggest business challenge when it comes to power and control? Remember, power is a game played in shadows as much as in light. The Borgias mastered the night. Will you?